I know it's late, and I know you're probably sleeping, but if you can hear me, if you can press play for just a moment, ask yourself this question while you're right before you go to sleep. What is your value without a dollar? Or what is your value without your dollars? We put an S on that. If you have more than $1, what is your value without your dollars? Oftentimes we define ourselves by how much money we have. And I'm not saying that money isn't important. Money is a resource that can be used to bless others, to help other people, all the above. But what I am saying is we sometimes define ourselves, how happy we are, or how powerful we are by the amount of money that we make. What if we lose our jobs? What if we lose the ability to make money? Are we then not as powerful because we don't have that resource that we use to define ourselves? How are we defining ourselves? What are we using as a measuring stick? Unfortunately, our society has caused for us to measure ourselves. And our height is not no longer by how much we stand above the surface of the earth. It's more so how much money we have. We've put too much value in money. And now if we don't have enough of it, we don't feel like we're enough. Well, that's not true because God has already made us enough. We're fearfully and wonderfully made by Him. So that trick that the devil is trying to put all in our heads is a lie. It's a straight up lie. But we have to accept it as a lie. We can't continue to accept it as a truth. The devil wants us to believe the fact that we'll never have enough because we don't have X amount of dollars. What happens when we get that amount of dollars? If we don't know how to effectively manage what we have on a small scale, why would we be trusted with a larger amount? If we're having trouble managing $20,000, why would we have $200,000? Do you think we'll be better managers of more when we can't manage a little? It doesn't make sense. So we need to make that decision to find out, how are we defining ourselves? What are we using to measure our effectiveness, our influence? So think about that before you go to sleep tonight. Or if you're sleeping, when you wake up, think about that and really answer that question truthfully and honestly. The worst thing you can do is not be honest with yourself. You can lie to everyone else, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't look yourself in the morning when you're brushing your teeth. You can't look at yourself when you're putting your clothes on and lie to yourself. Because yourself will always reflect the truth. Even when you're fooling everyone else. You can fool everyone else, but the only person that you can't fool is you. Remember that. And find out how you're defining yourself. Are you defining yourself by dollars, or are you defining yourself by what our Creator has created us to be? We're already effective enough. But sometimes we stand in the way of knowing how effective we really can be because our world has used a different way to define how effective we can be.